Okay, hello guys. So we continue to work on our model. So in this session I will work on fists. So here I would like to refine them more, and let's see. So first of all, I'm using Sculptris Pro because I need more resolution, and this way I can achieve great results. So why Sculptris Pro? Because I don't want to use Dynamesh, because I have parts of my model that are intersecting. So if I will use Dynamesh, they will merge together. So I really don't want it, and I don't want right now to subdivide my model because the geometry, the topology, I mean, is not great. So I need something that can dynamically change my topology, and for this task I will use specifically Sculptris Pro, which is really great stuff, really great tool. So let's see. I start with left hand. I want to work on a fist, and on my left split screen I have my reference model. It's really it is really chunky, low res, but I can understand some basic proportion of a fist, and for further refinement, for details, I have my PRF references, and I hope I would achieve some good results. So let's see. Right now I'm just like adding a clay, and I'm trying to smooth geometry, because in this stage I don't want some facets, and I want to achieve some smooth geo and make it like nice and round. Okay. So best reference is, I think, it would be your own hand. You can make some couple shots and bring it to PRF and start work from it. In my opinion, this is one of the best reference that you can get. So right now I want to make some separations between fingers. For this task I'm using a Dem standard brush. Okay. So fist is a really complex, have a really complex shapes, and to achieve a good looking fist, in my opinion, it's a really complex task, because there is a lot of stuff going on, and it should have really good proportions, good language shapes, because you can make like a fist, but it is could look flat or something. So you need to pay attention to your references, because there is a lot of stuff going on when you're sculpting a fist. There is a lot, like skin tensions, tensions between the fingers. When the fingers are bent, there is a lot of stuff going on. There is knuckles, some bones are protruding, there is fingernails, so yeah, you need to really be careful with references, and you will be fine. One of advice would be you don't need to go straight for for some details. All you need to do when you're sculpting something like fist is to achieve great forms, maybe not great but good forms of a fist that will look believable, and after that you can go for some details, but it will be hard when you don't have a good foundation and you're trying to add the details. It's not gonna work. You need to have a good base layer, and you can work from it. So right now my fist look not great. It is kinda blocky and have really odd proportions, language form, but it is matter of sculpting. So I will definitely spend some time working on it, and I hope I will achieve great results. So right now you don't need to be worried about those stuff like fingernails, and you don't need to sculpt it right now because shapes of the fingers could change when you change in the overall shape of your fist. So don't worry about stuff like this right now. You need to sculpt it later when all stuff are layered and everything look okay. But in my case right now it is really early to do some stuff like this. There is a lot of work need to be done before I start to sculpt fingernails. So let's see. So in this case I am sculpting a fist from sphere, not like sphere because we start from a mannequin and there is no fingers. So I'm using Sculptris Pro to carve something, to dynamically change my topology. In some cases it is easier to sculpt some fist like this from like sphere or from some other like cube or something else. It doesn't matter because you can really save some times and if it's not for like games or something, when you need to have some good topology and some stuff like this. If it's not for games and so you could start from a sphere. In some cases it would be a faster way than if you start like from mesh that have fingers, good topology, because you first of all you need to bend your fingers, you need to adjust everything and start to work on each fingers, and it maybe could be really time consuming, especially I don't know, especially for me it's could be really time consuming. It is easier to start like from sphere and make some fist, because you can change everything on the fly. You can easily change whole proportion of your fist and achieve really great results really fast. And with tools like Sculptris Pro, it is really easy to dynamically change the proportion, to carve fingers, to carve between fingers, to make impressions that your fingers is separated, and it's a relatively faster way, especially for me. But if you start from some good base mesh with fingers with good topology, so you need to do your fist by working with every fingers separately. So it could be really long process. But if you are really experienced, maybe not. It depends. Okay. So for now, it starts to look like a fist. Of course, there is a lot of work need to be done, and maybe I should bring some other references to a scene to sculpt this fist, but we'll see. I have a couple of models that I sculpted before, but we will see. So right now it's looking more or less okay. If we compare it to a model that we start from as this video, so yeah. So from bottom view, fist look like too small, so I decided to scale it a little bit with move brush. So for now I'm using a move topology brush because I don't want to affect other part of my model. Okay. As you can see, having polygroups is really helpful. So if you feel like you're struggling with some part of a model, for example, like maybe you're struggling with a twist, so I could advise you to change your references, or maybe find some more references, because some references that you have maybe not good enough. And I will advise you to maybe make some shots of your own hand. And my advice would be not trying to sculpt from you, like from your imagination, from your head. Like not looking not looking at your references, and start to pull in some, like shapes and forms from your head. This is not a great idea, because you always should look at your references. Always try to look at your model from every possible angles. I believe I mentioned this before, but this is really important. Like, if I start to look at this fist from the front view, it may look alright, but if I start to look at it from a bottom view or top view, it may be, like really jagged, wobbly. So I could see a lot of problems with this fist. So you should really rotate your model and not stick with some particular view. So here I'm switch to another hand. I want to work on both hands kinda equally, to have some progression. So as you can see, this is one kind of big blob, not a blob. I started this hand like from one mesh. There is no like a fingers. They are not separated, so I need to move my geometry to achieve some believability that those fingers are separated. And having such tool as Sculptris Pro, it is really easy because my topology change dynamically. So afterwards, when I will be happy with those fingers, I can inflate the gaps between them, so it would be looking like a real hand, and there is not gonna be like stretching geometry or something like that. So yeah, little by little, those hands are taking shapes. So here no need to sculpting a part of our hand. It's not gonna be visible anyway. So I need to concentrate only on the outer part. So right now I'm sculpting our joints. Maybe not like sculpting, but making indentations. And once again, there is this is really early to sculpt stuff like fingernails. Okay. So right now I'm using a flipped brush to inflate a gap between the fingers. Here I'm disable Sculptris Pro because I don't need additional geometry, additional resolution. So here I'm using Sculptris Pro again because I need to pull some geometry to have a gap between fingers. Okay. So right now I can smooth it. Okay. As you can see with Sculptris Pro, this kind of stuff is really easy. I'm using a Move Topology brush to pull some geometry and to not affect other fingers. So right now it's a matter of giving to this finger more or less right shape. Once again using Move Topology brush. Alright, as you can see, this hand is more or less okay. So I need to make some additional cleanups between fingers. Okay, using Sculptris Pro once again. Between those fingers too. So here I'm once again inflating gaps between fingers. All right. So in this part of a video I want to sculpt feet because I really neglect this area. So here I'm using Sculptures Pro. I try to look for a better resolution. Okay. So I sculpting feet not often. So let's see what can we do. As you can see, there is not a lot to start from, but we can work on it. So at some point I will bring some scans references for feeds in my scene, but right now I am just looking at pure ref. So for feeds there is nothing a lot to talk about. All I can say is you need to have a lot of references. For me it's kind of hard area because as I said before, I'm not often sculpting feeds. Mostly sculpts that I do feeds are not visible or have my model have some shoes, you know, and I not often sculpt in the feeds, but you need to have, if you have this problem like I have, you need to have a lot of references from basically every possible angles. And so you can, you know, like looking at your references and rotating your model to match your references and trying to achieve exact language shape. And this way you will succeed in this task. So right now I'm having not a lot of reference for human feet, so I have some problem sculpting it, and I believe in other sessions I will gather more references, or maybe I bring some, like scans, models to my scene to have better references. But for right now I'm just trying to achieve like some basic shapes for fits. So if we compare where we start from, there was no like toes. It was like one mass, one clay mass. So right now we have toes. So alright, let's not forget about other leg. For this leg, task would be a little bit different because we need to mostly sculpt inner part of our feet. Because this part would be visible, and his like upper part would be hidden. So as you can see, shape of this feet is not right at all. Because I'm mostly focusing right now on toes, and I'm totally neglect overall shape of a feet. So all I can say, I need more references. So for next videos I will try to gather more. I think this is a good spot to stop. We saw in this video we scoped hands, we really find our fingers, so we kind of start to sculpt fits. For fits I need to gather more references, and thank you guys for watching, and I see you in the next video. Take care.